the guys were already wounded. We were working out routes on how to get them back more safely. And literally just a day later, we decided that an evacuation vehicle would go out and pick them up. Unfortunately, it happened that the evacuation vehicle hadn't gone far, and when an enemy FPV drone hit, they were wounded even more. So, well, that's when it all started.
And what about you? Did you see that the guys were hit? Because I read that they got into the car and drove off without any body armor at all.
Yes, I was at the battalion command observation post. That is the company command observation post. So, and of course we have live feeds there, so we see everything, how it was happening, what was going on, you know. And we also saw the very moment when it was hit. And when we were already flying near them looking, we saw that the guys were still alive, but they were in a very dangerous zone on the road near a field where there's absolutely nowhere to hide. So we had to make a very quick decision as fast as possible.
Tell me, please, was this far from the command post? Well, how much time did it take you to get to the guys?
Well, I really won't talk about the distance, but in terms of the time it took, it was roughly about 15 to 20 minutes, give or take.
So you were driving very fast to get there sooner?
I tried as hard as I could. I tried, yes, breaking all the rules, but still, the result was worth it.
And can you tell me about the guys' injuries, what kind they received, well, before the evacuation? Was this during a hit or a battle? What was it?
During the combat operations, yes, the guys did a very good job. That is, they destroyed several enemy positions. But after that, the enemy still identified, let's say, where they were located, and there were strike drones of the Molniya-type, yes, several pieces. So the guys were wounded, but still were able to move. So, and when they moved a little in order to be in cover, from that moment on, plans began on how we would evacuate them. That is, they were wounded, but within the limits of being able to wait.
And after the hit on the UGV, were they even more wounded?
Yes. It happened that it hit the UGV exactly where the guys were. So they were even more wounded. Neither one nor the other could move at all, in principle. One couldn't move at all, the other could only crawl, and that's it.
And what is their condition now?
Right now, they are in intensive care. As far as I know, their condition is stable but critical, so we are still waiting for news from them, from the medics. Critical.
When you picked them up, did you put them in the car and immediately bolt from there, or did you perhaps apply a tourniquet or provide some kind of aid?
No, I saw that the guys had a tourniquet, so there was no time to stay there. From the battalion command and observation post, the battalion commander himself, yes, could already be heard over the radio shouting that enemy birds were targeting you and flying in. So basically I threw them in and pulled back immediately, and there a little further on, medical personnel were already waiting, who provided them with first aid and stabilized them before sending them to the stabilization point.
So the enemy was already aiming to attack your vehicle. They must have been watching the reconnaissance drones too.
Yeah, no matter how you look at it, they still have reconnaissance drones. That is, besides the strike drones, they most likely saw, were waiting for it to pull up. But thankfully, everything happened very quickly, about a minute from the moment I pulled up and drove away.
Tell me, please, when you returned, what did your superiors say to you?
In principle, they said I did a good job, but the battalion commander said that this decision, in principle, was made by him personally. That is, meaning he didn't escalate it higher and only reported it once everything had directly succeeded. So if everything had gone wrong, it would have been not very pleasant, but it is what it is.
And how did you make the decision for yourself that you had to run right away, even though you understand that it is very dangerous there?
Well, if you look at it that way, it's dangerous everywhere. But there were also our guys, so, options, that is, I mean, there were chances that they could be saved. And that was the key moment when I made the decision. That is, there are chances and one needs to work, even though they were slim.
And are these your subordinates, or?
Well, there are no strangers, but they were specifically from other units. That is, we accompanied them to combat operations, that is, when they were approaching the settlement. But as for my own people, no, they were from other units.